Fair use only.
Looking at the Kennedys, I'd make an interesting comparison. First, Edward Kennedy was the best politician of the three. He is the best politician. He's gregarious. He loves it. He's warm. John Kennedy, on the other hand, was quite a shy person, really. It was not easy for him to get out and shake hands and the rest. He did it very well. It wasn't easy for him. He was a quite private person. I would say that Bobby Kennedy, on the other hand, well, I would compare him, as Alice Longworth used to, as he was like a 17th century Jesuit priest, passionate, one of, who brooked no opposition and so forth, very intelligent and so forth.
I think maybe we can get through LBJ in that period.
Oh yes, I can do that.
Okay.
You know, there's this terrible book out on him, this Carroll book.
Oh, I know it by George
read
Reedy. Did you read, is it Reedy's book?
No,
oh, no, this new Carroll
book.
Yeah.
It gets a rave review from Clifford Fadiman in Book of the Month. Unbelievable.
Stand by.
Shit, it makes him feel like a goddamn animal.
Quiet.
Of course he was.
Okay.
He was a man. There's no question in my mind that in this century, the three greatest politicians, active politicians, were Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and Lyndon Johnson. Nobody else of the presidents was in their league as political operators. Listen, I don't want a president who's warm on the outside and warm on the inside too. I want one that's warm on the outside, but I want one who, when the tough decisions are made, is cold and tough and will make the right decision without fear of failure. President Eisenhower was loyal too, I must say. But he believed, you know, he was a military man, and he believed that people that are subordinates carry out what the chief wants. I'll never forget that perhaps the man that Eisenhower and many European people that have talked to me believe was perhaps the greatest chief of staff in World War II was Beadle Smith, General Beadle Smith. And Beadle Smith, this was afterwards, was a neighbor of mine in Spring Valley. He came in one day and we'd had a couple of drinks and tears were coming down. He was not well at the time. And he says, you know, I was just Ike's Pratt boy. Ike always had the Pratt boy. And he says, that's what you are. Well, it didn't bother me a bit. That was my job. A vice president, a member of the cabinet, a member of Congress who is a member of the president's party. He should always consider that he is dispensable and should do what the man wants to carry out the policy. Because otherwise, the man's got to get down there in the ring. What happened to Richard Nixon when Eisenhower was president? It'd be bad for me. Wouldn't matter that much, maybe, to the country. What happened to him could be disastrous.